So now we're going to be doing an engine swap with this car. So simply we are just going to be taking the engine out and then putting probably a W12 in this. Start taking this engine apart. Now the thing about this is that you've seen me take apart engines many times. So let's put a W12 in this car. And with magic, there's W12. And you thought I was going to just do that easily? No. Now we got this engine in my inventory, and now there's no car in the car. So now let's put a W12 in the car. Or not. Maybe. Who knows. And here's W12. Yeah, I know. It's not completely built. So let's... And there's a lot to do. Wait, there are no items. Wait, what? I'm just gonna go to the side. There are 12 pistons on this car. So, and there are also 2 turbos. So this engine is 12 cylinders, twin turboed. Jesus. That's a lot. And get that piston. Now you can easily reach these. Now the engine is on the side just to make it easier to reach these though. And now let's get this one. And this one. Now let's get this one. And now let's put all these rod caps on. And the last one. I'm just going to keep the engine in the normal position so that I don't have to deal with it getting in my way. And as you see, it has a front differential, so this W12 is all-wheel drive. And for some reason, while assembling this car, my game is lagging to crap. Okay, now it's not lagging as bad, but still lagging. Every time I go to assemble something, it just lags. It's weird. There we go. 12, camshaft, cam gear, spark plug. Now all these spark plugs. And these are upgraded spark plugs. But the spark plugs and the I forget what they're called, like coil something, they're like, I'm pretty sure the only thing you can upgrade with this engine. And I would like to say that the exhaust on this car is completely screwed. Let's get the cam gear, fuel filter, put that nice new good looking one on. Let's get this timing chain B on. Let's get this manifold. And this one. Now, I got to put this big, huge turbo on it. Now, this is a big turbo. Just think of the size of this engine and look at the size of that turbo. That turbo is huge. And let's put this chain on. Timing cover. Good. Flywheel. Clutch plate. Wait. Did I put the right part on, like the good part? Okay. Let's put that one on. Clutch pressure plate. Put the good one on. Because a lot of time, like, with, like, some parts, it would mess up and give me the part that is normal instead of the better part, which is always annoying. Now let's put the transfer case on right here. Boom, transfer case on. Front drive shaft C, starter, and that gets to the differential. So now let's start working on the timing up here. Water pump. Wonder what type of radiator it would take to keep this car running good, because this car probably puts off a lot of heat while under load. I can only imagine how much heat this car would make, especially with a huge engine like this. And now let's see, idler roller, and another one. And belt tensioner, another manifold. I'm holding off on doing the camshaft caps because there are so many of them. There's 24 of them. And is that everything I can put on so far? Yep, that is. So now I'm just going to do a time lapse of putting these on. Okay, we finally have that on. That took me about maybe a minute to 2 to 3 minutes to do. And now let's put these good ignition coils on them, because these ignition coils should give me a good amount more horsepower. And I accidentally put on the air filter base. And let's put, there's 2 air filters on this car, one for each side of the car. Each side of the car has 6 pistons, and this is a 6-liter W12. And then this one says a twin turbo. Wait, we need to put the ooh, this thing looks nice. The plastic cover on it. But so this side, the air filter base says twin turbo. I like the way that this one has bolts to take it off than normal ones, but as you saw there, it says twin turbo. There's 2 throttles, and so let's see, what else do we need to put on right now? Another manifold cover, this on, and if there is anything else, I'm blind, so. Now let's take it off the crane. Install W12 twin turbo. Boom. And let's put the new fuel pump in. Now if this car does need better tires, which it might, I can do that. But so now let's see, what do we need to put on right now? Nothing. Oh wait, drive shaft. So now let's just get this car, lift it. And no, I don't mean lift it as in put a lift kit on it to make it taller, because that would be stupid. Put that on. Now let's get that. Now let's take the mufflers off. Mufflers, exhaust, just all that sort of stuff. And let's Come on. Camera angles in this game when you need them are terrible. Put that on. As you see, it's kind of messed up in the position of where it goes, but that's completely fine to me. And middle muffler. And rear muffler. Wait, I need to install this side. Okay, let's put this in. Stainless steel exhaust. And boom, done. So let's just see if there's anything else that we need to put on this car right now. Not really that I see of, so should be good. So when this car had a V8, it made 420 horsepower. Now let's just move it to garage entrance A. Then fill it up with oil. Because it seems like I always forget to do that. This time I am not going to forget. Now let's see if this takes longer to fill because it is a bigger engine. So let's see. I couldn't tell if there was a difference or not. So now let's check the dipstick wherever it's hiding at. Here it is. Maybe a little bit over, but it's fine. So now let's move it to the dyno. And let's come in here. That and do the dyno. So a normal twin turbo like this makes 859 horsepower. So now let's see, just with like a few upgraded parts, how much more does it make? It seems like I'm not getting any power to the front wheels. If that is something that is. Ooh, that's a good amount of horsepower. 1138. So now, this car does have a front differential, so are the front tires moving or no? No, that would be an obvious reason. There's no axles in the front. That is so obvious. But yet, I'm questioned. There's no axles, but so basically that means the front differential is just adding weight. But all I know is those two rear tires are definitely going to need to be upgraded then. You know, actually, yeah, I'm going to keep them that way. Let's just see how big of a burnout I do. So let's just abandon airport. Okay, so let's just confirm that it's only using the rear wheels. No, it's I think using both. I can't tell. I can't tell because front tires aren't. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. Unless it's technically sending power to the front wheels. But it feels very slidey. Like, this thing feels amazing with that much work. Like, 1,000 horsepower in this game with this car feels so amazing. Like, it's so perfect. Like, the tires, everything about this car right now is just so perfect. It's like it has just enough grip. Of course, we're doing, yeah, this is definitely not all-wheel drive because all-wheel drive cars don't do burnouts for that far. So top speed of this car is definitely going to be limited by gearing. So now let's just see what type of top speed we get to. Shifting is kind of slow. This car is way too slidey. Okay, so this will tell me if there is power going to the front wheels. Front wheels completely turned. So now. Nope, no power going to the front wheels, so yeah. So now let's see what we can do here. This is gonna be good. 280 I got up to right there. And let's see, with a little bit of speed already. Can't do this. Let's go to try and get the all-wheel drive set up. So in here you want to go down to Ford Mustang, and then go over to suspension. Let's see. If we go down here, is there? Yeah, as you see, there is no axle. So how can I fix that? Oh jeez. Ah, okay, that's maybe good. Ah. Okay, good. We finally got power to the front wheels now. And save. So now let's just have a quick look at the front wheels. Okay, now we got an axle. Good. So let's just move this thing over to the dyno and just see if the front wheels move now. And still do not turn. So in case this doesn't work, which most likely it won't because the tires weren't spinning inside the dyno, take that off, and this wheel off. And now for a very tedious process, at least we're only doing 2 tires though. So wheel changer, separate that. And take, oh yeah, okay, so I need to install a tire on the rim. Right there. This tire is pretty thick. Balance that one. Then install. Take. And then once this one gets done, I'm gonna throw it on the wheel balancer. Balance. That will balance. Now let's actually don't, wrong direction. And like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. Classic star pattern. Because you want to tighten the bolts evenly. Top one, close the bottom, middle one, and one close the bottom. So now, let's see if I can do a top speed run. Now we have like super fat tires in the rear. So now let's do a test to see if the front tires are getting any power. Nope, they're not. But at least now I can do a top speed run. Maybe. Okay, here we go. And still gaining. 330. I saw 330. So maybe this won't be limited by gearing until like late. Well, okay, and let's just try and turn lower. That's what we get up to right here. Come on, car. Move. Come on. 366. What just happened? It just like popped. Okay, so hopefully I can fix it and